Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning to you. Coffee and time here on ONAM and FM Radio, Friday morning, October the 10th. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with you. Across the table for me, we've got Dave Richards. Good morning, Dave.
I'm here.
You're right over there.
Well, I had to be somewhere, right?
Yep.
So there you go.
We expect
Good
Melissa
morning,
Murray
Joe.
to
Good
be
morning,
joining us.
everybody. Lovely day.
Melissa Murray should be joining us. We're expecting Steve Laramie from the Autumn Fest Steering Committee, and Rich Lane will be here around 8:30 from Post 85. This
Gosh,
segment of
that
Coffee
sounds
Ann
like fun.
is sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, which Dave happens to be looking up his emails.
Yes, it's right here on the list. On October 16th, we have the Bold and Business Breakfast hosted by the Women's Business Council, 8:30 in the morning till 10 in the morning on October the 16th, which is a Thursday, isn't it, Joe?
It is.
This is going to be up here in Bryant University in Smithfield. And something very interesting. Keep in mind, of course, that whether you go to that one or you go to the Welcome Wednesday on Wednesday, November 5th at the Woonsocket Education Center here in Woonsocket, you have dispensation to attend any morning chamber event. Even the Eggs and Issues Breakfast coming up on November 13th, which will be at Kirkbrae Country Club in Lincoln. And that'll be featuring Wendy Schiller, who is professor of political science, international and public affairs chair at Brown University. It's going to be at Kirkbrae, and pretty cool stuff. All those different events are yours to participate in. Always a reduced price if you're a member. And I'll tell you, if it couldn't make it any easier, because in my inbox as a member of the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, I get the email, tells me all about the thing. You can click for more information, and you can click the friendly little button that says register today, and you don't have to worry about anything.
Excellent.
It's all taken care of with the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, 334-1000. They'll open up at 9 o'clock right after coffee and this morning.
All right, since it is Friday, basically Autumn Fest starts tonight.
Kind of. Officially tomorrow.
I know,
But effectively,
things are going on.
starts now. Well, that's been kind of going on as they've been starting up the rides a night early for quite a number of years now.
And then the food people said, hey, can we open up and maybe
Yes.
sell some food?
And being on two different sides of the park, they said to themselves, yeah, I guess so.
You
But
sure, if
I
you
gotta
want
go
to.
walk it, so there's nothing to do in between. So this year we light up what to do in between.
Yeah, and so let's put a band on the stage.
Yeah.
That'll help out, bring people to the food area. So
Yep.
Steve Smith and the Nakeds.
What band could we put there that would draw a crowd?
That would be Steve.
That would be the Steve, yeah,
Steve
right
and the
there.
boys. So, all right. Steve
right.
Smith and the Nakeds. It says on my main stage line that they're going to go on at 7. Now, rides start at 6.
Right.
So
So
Steve will be on.
Get the Pharaoh's Fury out of your system first, then come on over and sit at a picnic table.
Yeah.
Enjoy. They're going to have Narragansett Lager beer there tonight, I'm told,
Oh, well,
because
there you
Steve
go.
Smith they're not going to have it there all weekend just for
Yeah.
Steve Smith, because there's contracts involved and everything, and they are the official band of Narragansett Lager beer of Rhode Island, and there was a lot of talk yesterday. We're there setting up the truck and running cables and all the rest of that stuff for our broadcast coverage. And there's a lot of talk about, the beer tent's not going to be over there anymore. Well, it's going to be a smaller version.
Well, there is one going to be over there.
That's right. But the beer tent, the way you knew it, doesn't exist anymore. It is now a place where you can go and have a beer.
Yes.
You can sit at a table. You can watch the main stage entertainment, because it's all moved to the rear of the audience area. Huge tent, just like they used to be over on East School Street. But it's this is something new that the folks who run Autumn Fest, these nice young people who are looking at the whole thing, trying to solve the problems of the ages that us old-timers all dealt with when we were on the committee. And they're saying, why not? Let's try it. And so they moved over, because, for years we've been saying, hey, Dad comes with Mom and the kiddies. He wants to have a beer with that dynamite. He's got to go over there.
By himself.
Right, to what we used to call Stalag 13.
Yeah.
Because it was impenetrable. But in these, you listen, there's a lot of craziness going on these days, and it has to do with the modernity of our times. But there are some good things that come with the modernity of our times. There's a certain temperance to the very, very strict liquor laws because we've had experience now at places like Levitt for the last 7 years where there are alcoholic beverages available in an open park setting, but we've learned to control it. And so the folks at Autumnfest, those bold young whippersnappers, has said, let's try it here at Autumnfest too.
All right, so it's an experiment.
Yes.
Basically.
Old timers like me remember beer at Autumnfest. How dare you? It's a family festival. I don't know. My grandmother, my grandfather, everybody in my family drank beer. Yeah, and I was a kid. So all I can say is we've tempered our prejudices a little bit in this day and age, allowing the committee to be bold and to take this new step. Try it out and see how you like it. And that's just the way it is. And please, for Pete's sake, just Dave talking here for a minute. I'm not speaking for anybody else. But please, if you like something, tell all your friends about it. If something you think could be improved, tell the committee about it.
They're the people in orange.
Don't go holding court on social media. That takes
but
all
they
the
will.
fun out of it.
They already are.
You got a couple dozen people on this committee that are just pouring their hearts out in it. Some of them take a whole week of vacation time. Instead of going and having a vacation, they come down to the park to set up so that the park is ready for you when you come. Listen, folks, be a human being about this. These are just friends who took on a volunteer job for no pay at all, worked their hearts out for you. Don't be holding some kangaroo court on social media making them feel bad. Please don't do that.
Hi, Melissa.
Reciprocate.
Good morning.
Reciprocate their good wishes with good wishes of your own.
Well, and you're right, Dave, but people, they'll still do it. But anyway.
Well, there's always a few, Joe.
Folks don't like change.
And mostly what they complain about, and it's not this Autumnfest Steering Committee's fault, they complain about the prices of the food.
Well, what are you going to do about that?
Take it up with the vendor.
The price of food is the price of food now.
I know.
It's never going to go
Take
down.
Take it up with Cisco. Take it up with Rhode Island Food Service. Take it up with all the places where they get their foodstuffs from.
And if it's too expensive for you, then don't buy it.
There's nothing you can do about that, folks.
That's right.
It's absolutely
it's not the committee. It's the single biggest complaint.
Yeah.
That the food prices are too high.
And the
prices
volume
have
of the
gone up in
fireworks,
restaurants
right?
also, and it costs more to have a little standalone because you're not only are you likely have your restaurant wherever it is, you have extra people that you have to hire to be there throughout the weekend, and that's going to be built into the cost.
And then
also,
go, well,
that's the price of convenience.
20 years ago, this thing was only $6.
Yeah,
and now it's
20
15.
years ago, people volunteered their stuff.
Yeah,
there are very few volunteers for Autumnfest these days. The steering committee is a shining example. They get nothing out of this.
So
except smiles. So let's show them
right.
some smiles. All right, gang?
Did they? Now you were down there yesterday, Dave, and they have the big tent up where the new Harvest Garden is going to be. Are there signs up that says this is the Harvest Garden?
Well, not yet.
No. Okay.
That was that was Thursday, Joe. They were busy putting up orange tents and stuff like that. There was a lot of other things to be done first.
I hope they get to that.
Yeah.
I hope there's signage for that. That this is where the beer and wine will be.
Right.
And
there is now a big 20-foot path
side.
opened up between the food court and the audience. You don't have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
So they have done everything to try to make it like a one-stop, where you don't have to separate when you get to the park because of your various interests. Now, obviously, they can't put the carnival rides in where the band is because that's not safe.
Right.
So the carnival rides are on the other side of the park, but they're all together on the other side of the park. Listen, I'm telling you, the park looks absolutely gorgeous.
Dave, how do we trick Melissa to get onto that free fall ride?
Oh, no. Not going to happen.
It's a new ride this
Not
year.
going to happen.
You go up like 70 feet in the air, and then it just drops you.
drops you.
Yeah.
Well, you stop before you hit the ground, Melissa.
Well,
theoretically.
Yeah.
Speaking
theory,
for my friend Melissa, some things are great fun for some people and just not worth it for other people.
Well,
that's not how they get their jollies.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like I'm not a risk taker, but I just don't do.
It's a needless risk.
Well,
right? Why should I pay money to scare the pants off me when I can get that on the street
And
any day?
I have a huge fear of heights.
Well, there
huge,
you go. Okay.
Huge.
Well,
I used to. I gave it up for Lent one year.
Think back to the good old days when Rocky Point was up and running. Did you go on every single ride?
Never
No.
the free fall. No.
Well, you didn't go on every one because that one's going to make me sick. So I will not go on that
You went
one.
on the little train, didn't you? Didn't you
Oh
go
yeah,
on-
yeah.
Oh, as a
yeah,
kid,
yeah.
yeah.
As a kid, of course. I went on those. What were those things that they brought you up and back around? You just sat in them. There was like no seatbelt or nothing. There was like a metal bar across. It was like the Sky Ride or something.
Oh, the Skyliner.
Skyliner.
Yeah, it was,
yeah.
like
So
a-
you
like a
two
ski lift
people.
chair.
Yes, it was like a ski lift, except
Up and back, yeah.
not nearly as safe. I was like, you got in there and you just sat there, and when it came around, you had to make sure that you jumped on in time.
That's right.
With two
Yeah.
people, and then you just pushed this one little bar down, and you rode it all the way around the park.
And they had signs that when you'd swing around that said, "Don't jump off here," because people would, mostly the guys.
That was terrifying.
So Disney had two announcements this week.
The ticket prices are going up.
The ticket prices are going
what a
up,
shock.
and a
Yay.
lady died on the Haunted Mansion
Out
ride
in Disneyland, yeah.
in Anaheim, California, at the original Disneyland.
They think she had a heart attack on the ride.
Well, it's either that or she saw the prices.
Well, not on the ride. You're not going to see the prices. But they say it wasn't the ride
No.
that malfunctioning
Okay.
is,
It
was
is
a
what they wanted to go
medical
back
Boy, they
to
opened
say.
themselves up for a few chuckles on that one.
Well, of course they did.
At the lady's expense. I'm glad they didn't put her name in there because I would have felt very bad chuckling.
But yeah, it's bad timing. We're announcing the price increase, and then
Yes.
someone dies
In
at
a
the
park.
park.
Yeah, somebody dies in the park.
Eesh. All right, we do.
Only Disney could survive something like that.
Yep. Now we did mention about how the rides will be going tonight. The food will be open tonight. Steve Smith and the Nakeds will be on the stage tonight.
Right.
But we want you to stop by the ON TV truck and tent starting tomorrow. Not
Yes.
tonight because no one's manning it tonight. Because we'll be selling
No
the
one's
ON Fest.
staffing it either.
That's right. Thanks, Dave.
Careful about that politically correct
They're
stuff. We have one of them woke folks
They'll be knowing
listening in.
they'll be knowing womanizing it tonight. Just
they'll
can't say
be-
that either.
No.
Anyway, we'll be selling Autumn Fest buttons. We'll be selling Autumn Fest calendars. We'll be selling Split the Pot tickets.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
Split the pot's $5 this year, so we get a bigger jackpot.
Oh, great idea. So,
We'll
all
sell
right.
fewer tickets, but we will
Have a higher amount.
bigger jackpot.
Yep.
And then you better chance of you winning.
Yep.
Okay. And the other cool thing is, and this is absolutely free, we want you to stop on by and sign up to win 2 MVP park passes to Six Flags New England.
I don't think people realize just how incredibly cool that prize is, Joe. Carefully go through all the individual things that are part of that pass.
The
Because
MVP,
it's
yes.
not just going to Six Flags. It's
Oh,
going
no.
to Six Flags anytime you feel like.
Yes.
Yep.
MVP stands for Most Valuable Pass, which
Yeah.
makes sense. Now, Six Flags is open through Halloween.
Yeah.
Just on the weekends.
Right.
So after Autumn Fest, if you feel like going out there, they're doing a big, I think they call it a spooktacular thing. It's a Halloween haunted rides and things like that.
But wait, there's more. These passes are not just good this year.
No, they're good all next summer. Throughout 2026, you can visit Six Flags New England as many times as you want if
Out
you
in
win
lovely
these
Agawam.
tickets. And if we mentioned, if you happen to be going on vacation, maybe you got family down in New Jersey. There's a
Right.
Six Flags in New Jersey. Six Flags Great Escape, I think is what it's called. You can go there for free.
At any
Bring
of the
this
Six
pass with you.
Flags.
Any of the Six Flags. There are over 40 parks around the United States.
And you get free parking?
You get free parking, and which is
Wow.
a savings amongst itself. There's a water park. I don't think it's open right now at Six Flags New England called Hurricane Harbor. Free admission to that.
Right.
Unlimited visits throughout to the end of the 2026 season, so
Now-
all the way to Halloween of next year. They say there's in-park food and retail discounts and discounted tickets for friends. You'll have to check out their website to see how that
Now, we don't have
affects
just
you.
one of those. We have two of those. Am I right?
We're giving 2 of these passes away
Because
to
of our
one
relationship
person.
with Six Flags all year long, we were
Yes.
able to. There's a little thank you gift from Six Flags to us and our audience.
Yes.
For being partners with them all during the summertime. Now we got a big kickoff here, and somebody's going to be really happy. Now, next Tuesday during the Coffee and Show at about 8:30ish, Joe is going to draw from all the people who signed up, the entire Autumn Fest weekend long. So pick up your button, get your split the pot, and sign up for free for the Six Flag MVP passes. Incredible.
So stop on by. You can only sign up there. Don't come to the radio station.
No.
Don't tackle Dave in the parking lot somewhere at Autumn Fest. Give these to me.
It's not at any other booth, just ours.
It is
and
only ours.
We are very close to the stage on the Veterans Way or Snow Street side, the Pond Street side of the big harvest garden tent. You'll see us. We have signs on the truck.
And you can see them from quite a ways away, too.
And if you like, you can look through the window and watch us do all the television coverage.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. So, Dave, second message, please, from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
334-1000 is the number to call. Right after the Coffee and Show, they open up at 9 o'clock this morning. Find out how the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce can help you.
Thanks, Dave.
ON 1240. When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Hi, this is Woonsocket City Councilor Denise Sierra. I am proud to sponsor WOON's broadcast of Autumn Fest. So please come down to World War II Veterans Memorial Park and enjoy this year's Autumn Fest celebration. It's 3 days of live music, delicious food, vendors, rides, and fun for the whole family. I look forward to seeing you all at the Autumn Fest, and if I can be of any help, you can feel free to contact me at 401-465-4695.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON AM and FM.
And it is Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. And we'll move on from Autumn Fest stuff. We'll talk about other things going.
I want to talk about Autumn Fest. Fireworks on Saturday night, Joe.
Yeah,
that's right.
People will
get
still
out your Facebooks and your iThingies.
I know, and tell everybody. But
Tiki-talkies.
There's still people that won't hear it.
Saturday night.
There's people will still complain on Sunday, where are the fireworks?
Yeah.
And what do you mean we missed them?
Yeah.
So, but
Nobody told me.
anyway,
Yeah.
no one told me.
You do the best you can
It's a
to
safety
get
concern.
the
It'll be
word
too
out.
windy on Sunday, and we know it. It'll be too windy on Sunday by far to shoot fireworks, but Saturday's going to be gorgeous.
All right. Did you hear about there was a bus crash and a car crash? A car crashed into a bus in Cumberland on Nate Whipple Highway. Shut down Nate Whipple Highway
told me
for
about
a little
that.
while. This happened yesterday. 9:30 in the morning or so, and no kids on the bus.
Thank goodness.
Which is great.
9:30, yeah.
9:30 every because it's in school. It looks like, but no official word yet, because the car, they say, crossed the center line, hit the bus head on. The driver of the car got out of the car and then collapsed.
Oh no!
When first responders got there, they began CPR and brought him back. So we're thinking a medical situation happened.
Can happen to anybody.
Which caused this crash, but no official word on that at all. So I'm like, wow.
Okay.
And what's weird is when you look at the bus, the windshield for the bus fell forward
Right.
onto the hood of the bus.
Probably made to be
Design that
Maybe
way.
it must be designed that way,
Must
so it
be.
doesn't crash in and cut you to
yeah.
pieces.
Right.
So, I'm like, so that's a good size. Bus driver's okay.
Good.
They didn't have any issues. So that, and I'm sure it helped with the windshield falling forward instead of backwards. So that
sure.
part was good. So that's what happened in Cumberland yesterday, and that's still under investigation. In my town, we had another car crash into a bus.
Yeah.
Not near me, although I do know where it happened. And this did have students on the bus.
Oh, no.
And they're all okay. And for whatever reason, it was a 17-year-old girl from North Attleboro crashed into the bus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the time of the crash, I don't know why the 17-year-old girl was in Mansfield and not in North Attleboro.
May not be in school.
Yeah.
Maybe not. So that's
Could have had a doctor's appointment.
That's what
Should have
happened
an
there.
appointment.
And I know the section of road. It's not like Nate Whipple Highway, which is good size wide.
Yeah.
The place where this happened, very narrow.
Yeah.
a very narrow piece of roadway where this took place. So,
Does
all right.
anybody know about those teachers that quit at the school
Isn't that
in
bizarre?
Warwick?
Isn't that bizarre? No, in Providence. Oh, Warwick. No, you're right.
It's
St.
Warwick.
Peter's School in Warwick. From what I read
It's a small,
yesterday,
small school.
They have
and
only
they say a significant percentage
Yeah.
of their faculty
there's only
resigned.
there's only 25 teachers there,
Right.
just to begin with, and a number. And I thought I read 6, but I could be wrong on that.
That's a
all-
significant percentage.
They all resigned on the same day, like yesterday. We all quit.
Strange.
It is
Beginning of the
strange.
year.
Yes, and no explanation from the school,
And no
However-
explanation from any of the individuals.
and none of the teachers have been reached
No,
to say why.
They're not talking. But the diocese, of course, had to issue a statement.
Well, yes.
The diocesan education office, and they expressed full
Full support
confidence.
of the direction, leadership, and vision of the school's principal.
Right.
Okay.
So they went.
There
They
was
had to
some
go.
Because they supported the
disagreements and-
principle, it's easy to presume from these factoids that there was a disagreement between the faculty and their leader.
I guess, and they had to call in a bunch of substitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah, that's a significant disagreement.
Yeah. So
They're
I don't know
gonna
what they.
walk out,
I don't know
right?
what they're doing today. Can you substitutes keep coming back? I mean, this is to gotta hire these people.
Yeah,
it
you're
must
right.
it must be tough to find substitutes to go to a Catholic school, especially when they're going to have to teach religion.
Well,
What
no,
if-
they don't all have to teach religion.
Well,
They
someone's
don't
got to.
They do
necessarily-
have to not be anti-religious.
Well, right.
They do have to not be living a lifestyle contradictory to what the church teaches, but they don't have to teach religion.
Yeah, because if you have a sub, you don't necessarily always do, what that class says. I mean, if it's math, right? You have a sub.
Yeah, math is math.
Right,
Sometimes
right.
you break
But
out the paper and you make paper airplanes.
Yeah, right.
But I've talked to other substitute
Sometimes the
teachers.
teacher tells you to do that.
And
Sometimes there's a lesson plan left for you, and sometimes there's nothing.
well, if they've resigned, I don't think there's a lesson
Right,
plan left
I don't
behind.
think they've left
maybe
anything.
for a few days.
So they're winging it.
But other substitutes go in. Well, now you got to teach art. Okay, draw a picture. I got no.
What do you do?
I don't know what you do when you have to do that. So
Well, there's books for this,
I know, but when you're under the gun right away. Hey, Rich Elaine has joined us.
He has.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Post
There's
85.
the rooster is here. Oh, that's a snazzy little shirt you got
Yeah,
there with
isn't that
American
nice?
Legion
Yeah,
right on it.
my little Marine
Show-
veteran
show it to
flag
everybody.
on the side.
There we go.
Yeah, I really
Very,
it was
very
given to me
cool.
as a little gift, so I
That's
wore
nice.
it proudly.
That's nice. And I did see the spoked bee in your folder of information over there?
Yeah, but I'll talk
We'll
about
speak
that.
about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
So we want to jump into it soon because we're still expecting our representative from Autumn Fest to join us at some point.
Who has been detained?
Yes, for
Detained.
whatever
Which
reason.
is which is not is not something that you shouldn't expect because the committee is so busy in these last hours before Autumn Fest that it's easy to understand how it could be
absolutely.
detained.
Yes.
So what is happening then, Rich, over at Post 85?
Wow, you really
we're
jumped
jumping.
all over me right away here. I haven't even got a chance. Okay, well,
We'll go for about 5 minutes and then we'll take a quick
all
break.
right. Well, let's start with stuff that's going on, like real quick here. We got on the. I gotta pull my papers up here. We got the cornhole tournament from the Fraternal Order of Police, which they support us at American Legion Post 85. A lot of a lot of us were former correction officers at the American Legion Post, and we all belong to the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 28. And they're having their 18th annual Beer and Dynamite Cornhole Tournament. That's going to take place on Saturday, October the 18th, down at American Legion Post 85. Registration's at 4 p.m.
Rich, do you find you get better at cornhole with the more beers you have? Because I do.
I've probably played cornhole twice in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not a real
Advocate.
I don't know. I just
I'm
don't.
like that with darts. You know, there's a sweet spot.
Yes. Yeah,
like,
for the most points.
Have it, but you have a beer and you're like, oh, okay, I'm a little better. Then you have another beer and you're like, oh, I'm awful again.
Well, if it's a beer and dynamite that night, I imagine I could stand there and watch and see how many beers somebody has and how well they throw the
There you
bags
go.
after,
Keep track
right?
of that.
But anyhow, that's on Saturday, October 18th. Like I said, registration at 4. The bags fly at 5. Players tickets, $30 per player. That's beer and dynamite included. And non-players, it's $10. So if you want to come up and just watch them play, it's $10. You can get in touch with the American Legion Post at 401-766-7585. Ask for Rich and leave your name and number and say, we're interested in entering a team for the cornhole tournament on the 18th of October, and I'll get back to you and I'll tell you how to do all that. And then the following week, big fun thing that we always do at American Legion Post 85 for Halloween is our trunk or treat. And the trunk or treat takes place from 4:30 to 6:30 on Saturday, October the 25th. Extremely safe environment for your kids to come and dress them up in their Halloween outfits. You can dress up in your own Halloween outfit too. Come on down and candy for the kids, prizes. And if you're interested in entering a vehicle and dressing it up and handing out some treats to the kids that are going to be there for trunk or treat, you can call the American Legion Post. Once again, 401-766-7585. Say, hey, look, I want to have my vehicle come down. I want to dress it up. Want to hand out some candy to the kids. We'll give you a call back and tell you how to do all that. But we have all sorts of foods. I know we did mac and cheese one year for the kids and had some hot dogs and stuff. But the auxiliary down there puts it on. And like I said, this is probably like our 3rd or 4th year doing it.
So you got to eat the mac and cheese there. You can't put that in your little bag and take it home, right?
You can't.
That's
that might not be a good idea.
People still use pillowcases?
I used to use I always used a pillowcase.
I don't think.
But
I don't think they do anymore.
But I'll tell you, last year I couldn't believe the amount of people that showed up. It's open to the public, free of charge. So
there you go.
I mean, like I said, if you want a real good, safe area for your kids to go trick or treating, it's a great environment. So, like I said, come on down for that on October the 25th. Now, another thing we got going on, and you hear me talk about the courtesy vehicle all the time, right? Well, I'm looking for innovative ways to make some money to keep the courtesy vehicle on the road. One of my innovative ways is a spaghetti and meatball dinner on November the 15th, American Legion Post 85. Tickets are only $10 for a spaghetti and meatball dinner. We're going to have all sorts of interesting things going on that evening for some funds for the courtesy vehicle.
All the proceeds will go for
all the proceeds go to the courtesy vehicle.
All right.
Every dime goes to the courtesy vehicle to keep that on the road. And one of the things that evening is that we don't want to kill. We're not trying to kill anybody to get a bunch of money off of them. Okay. So what I have been able to do, I have a pretty good relationship with the Cam Neely Foundation for Cancer Care, and through that, I was able to get for a door prize. Now, this is, if you buy your $10 ticket to have a spaghetti and meatball dinner, you automatically go in for one or two door prizes. One of the door prizes, I just got it in the other day, is an autographed picture of Charlie McAvoy, defenseman for the Boston Bruins, with a certificate of authenticity.
Okay, good.
Second thing I got is an autographed puck, David Pasternak.
Wow, nice.
Certificate of authenticity.
That he actually
Those are
signed it.
door prizes.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so that comes with your spaghetti and meatball dinner ticket. And we're going to have other things going on that evening that's going to help the courtesy car. Now, another big announcement. November the 22nd, and Dave probably doesn't even know this yet.
This is super exciting.
Yeah, this is the Henry's does the Henry's Heroes and
Henry's
through
Auto Repair.
Yep, and through New Englanders Helping Our Veterans, they give away like 5 to 7 cars a year for veterans that are in need. So they usually have it down here at Henry's Henry's Auto Repair here on Park Ave. But I talked to Bill, the owner, the other day. And Bill was telling me that they're giving away 5 to 7 cars this year, and he really doesn't think they can, like, hold the amount of people, the amount of cars on. I said, so what did you plan on doing? He said, we had an alternate site. We're talking, and he told me where the alternate site was. And I said, you know something, Bill? He goes, what? I said, you're not having it at that alternate site. He goes, no. I said, you're going to have it at American Legion Post 85 is what you're going to do. So
he liked that idea?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Bill liked that
Oh,
idea.
he loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loved it.
It makes so much sense.
Oh,
It just
it
makes
does.
so much sense, and it made me so happy.
Yeah.
So when I was also in Henry's this week, unfortunately, because my car needed to be repaired, but Bill gave me a copy, and I was just like, oh, this is like a match made in heaven, right? And you have Niehoff helping out too. So I saw Jim Collins in there too. It was like a party at Henry's.
Great.
Yeah,
So-
but I
It's
see this
great.
little thing, ON radio and things like that. So I don't know if Dave was planning on being down there and doing some.
We always are.
We always are. We go live. And
So Dave, if you're listening to what I'm saying right now,
it's going to be at the Post.
Dave's going to be at the Post, not going to be at Henry's this year. So.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But anyhow, it's going to be from 12 to 2 on November the 22nd. They're giving away 5 to 7 cars this year. Now, if you're retired or active duty military, and you need, and you can present, an application that you're really in need of a vehicle and stuff, you can go to www.nehov.org, and they got a link on there, tell you how you can apply to maybe get one of these vehicles. And anybody that's listening out there, if you want to go to an event that just, I went for the first time last year, and I had tears in my eyes.
Yeah,
and
it's
what they
great.
do is that the applications, if you think you might be eligible for a vehicle as a veteran, the applications close on November 14th at midnight. So if you got to get to that website
you gotta apply.
and verify everything by then. But they pick the veterans in advance. So they'll pick however many cars they got, they're going to pick the veteran. Now, all these veterans show up, right? And they have envelopes.
Which car you get?
Which car you're getting.
Yeah.
But they
That's
don't know.
exciting.
They pick the envelope.
And they don't
not
know.
the
They
car.
pick the
Right.
envelope.
Which is the
Fun.
only fair way to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Right?
And to watch their faces.
To see what car they
Oh
got.
my God, it's just
exciting.
like so heartwarming. But there's going to be food and beverages and everything. So like I said, that date is Saturday, November 22nd from 12 to 2 for Henry's Heroes for the car giveaway.
All right. We're going to get more of what's going on at Post 85, but we're going to take a break right here on the Coffee and Program. Time for the forecast being brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Sunny skies today with a high of 62 degrees and a calm wind. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 42. Saturday's weather, first day of Autumn Fest, partly sunny, 67, calm wind. Sunday, rain is 60% likely, cloudy skies, 61. Columbus Day Monday, rain is 80% likely, high of 61, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Tuesday, rain is 60% likely, mostly cloudy with a high of 62. Wednesday, partial sunshine and 64. And next Thursday, partly sunny skies and a high near 58 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with blue skies, we have 35 degrees. 35, a little chilly out there. 35 degrees. All right. Questions about youth and high school sports. Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
This is State Senator Melissa Murray. I'd like to welcome you to Autumn Fest and express my gratitude to the many individuals and organizations that make this festival possible year after year. I'd also like to congratulate this year's Grand Marshal, Michael Hiru. Thank you all for visiting and supporting our city. I hope you enjoy all that Autumn Fest has to offer. And while you're here, I would encourage you to explore our many small and locally owned businesses in Woonsocket. Enjoy your weekend.
It's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Rich Lane, Melissa Murray, Dave Richards, and this portion of Coffee In is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper, which Dave is holding in his hands.
I have the Cumberland Lincoln edition in my hand right now, Joe, as a matter of fact, of the Valley Breeze. Did I just hear... No, that's the wrong Steve. Popularity of Cumberland High School's career and technical programs takes off. They have the new center. Mm-hmm. People are really making use of it.
Good.
And it's a great building, too. So we'll be there at the end of the year with that basketball tournament, right?
I believe we'll do that again.
Yeah,
sure.
Right there. Flashing beacon added at particularly dangerous St. Joseph's Crosswalk. Ethan Shorey has the story there. Centralized rescue station by summer and lots of potential uses for others. Sophia Barr talks in Lincoln about the new centralized rescue station in Lincoln. Moving along to the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition. The big story, look at the smiling face of Richard Keene. Rich is president, of course, of the North Smithfield Heritage Association, holding his historic single tree once used to hitch a horse or ox to a plow or carriage. It's just among the many artifacts there. Of course, they renovated the place nicely. Corey Plant has a big story. Check it out for North Smithfield. Rise Prep will break ground on a new upper academy in 2026, according to the founder and executive director, Rosalind Cruz, who we've had on the show before, and it will be at the former Our Lady of Victory School on Spring Street. What do you think? All right, that's good. One more story there. Okay, yeah. The developer of the Pines property. Everybody remember the Pines?
The restaurant? Yeah.
Well, the property's still there, of course,
Is the
because
building
that never
still there?
goes away. I don't know about the building, but the
Okay.
property is still there, Joe.
Mhm.
And so Corey Plant has a story in this week's Valley Breeze talking about they are... Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't about... I read it too fast. This isn't about the Pines property.
Oh.
This is about the developer of the Pines property is also going to eye 70 apartments in the former Tupperware Mill on 146A.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's great.
You know where their headquarters was? That used to be world headquarters for Tupperware right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. And they're saying 70 apartments. Not a bad thing. They'll be right just like a couple hundred feet away from a little general store.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
get any more convenient than that?
I know.
Gas
It's in
up
my
the hill.
district.
Yeah, and it's in your senatorial district.
It
is
is, yeah.
Cool. Yes. All right. So you have Branch River in there. So anyway, it's RBA Holdings, and they're looking into that. Plus, really great ads and things like that. And folks, in the Woonsocket, Cumberland, and Blackstone edition, be sure to pick up the Autumn Fest handout, the insert.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of all the Autumn Fest steering committee members, almost all of them. And Joe, you're not in that one either. You weren't in that one when you were on the committee. Somehow you always missed the picture.
Bad timing.
Yeah, bad timing. But you're not in that one either. Well, you're not on the committee this year.
That's
so
why I'm not in that one. That's right.
Joe, you're very photogenic, too. I
Thanks,
must say.
Rich.
You should be.
Appreciate
We
it.
certainly are. And
Why do they always say, Joe, step to the back?
there's a nice ad in there from the mayor, who also, by the way, made some nice ads for our broadcast as well. I'm looking. And looking. It's in there somewhere. We have a nice ad in there.
Oh, okay.
That Melissa has put together for us. But great ads. A lot of history in there. Nice little thing about Paul Jacob, who's been there since 1982. We've been there broadcasting since 1979, the very first one. But it's really nice to have. Oh, look at this. It's about Grand Marshal Michael Hero.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Pick it up. It's in the North Smithfield Woonsocket Blackstone edition. You will not see it in the Cumberland edition, I don't think, because I've got the Cumberland Lincoln edition here, and it's not in there unless somebody swiped it.
That specifically?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it's all things Autumn Fest, so someone might have swiped it for for this weekend, right?
Very nice.
All right.
Good reading.
Thanks,
Valley
Dave.
Breeze.
All right. Okay, Rich, anything else post 85 related? We got to get back to you. I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, no, let's, we can go over a couple of things that I mentioned quite often, but anybody out there that says they'd like an update or something. First of all, the banner program, I think, is something that, if you've been through downtown Woonsocket lately, especially between the post office and going up the hill under the bridge before you get to the
trestle.
You'll see 7 banners hanging up there of military people that we're honoring with the banner program. In fact, we had our meeting last night with the United Veterans Council, and there's probably about 20 more banners
Wonderful.
that are going to be ordered. So I talked to the president of UVC last night, Joe Gennaro, and he is going to get hot in ordering those other 20 or so. And, of course, we'll get in touch with the Public Works guy out there, Steve Russo, and we got his number. And the mayor is Chris Beauchamp has been just like an
Steve D'Agostino.
Steve D'Agostino?
Yeah.
Is it? Who's Russo? That's the name I got. Steve Russo. Maybe he works for the Public Works. Anyhow, but that's the guy's name I got.
Okay.
And I wrote it down as he said it. So D'Agostino Russo is going to be,
it was something Italian, right?
All right. Well, yeah, they're both Italian, so we're good, right?
Well,
but anyhow, hey, Steve Russo, if you're listening out there, I just gave you a raise, okay? You just got a new position. Okay?
You've been promoted.
But anyhow, the Public Works people and the mayor are working closely with us. And
this has really been like a community effort, which is exactly what I envisioned.
I'm happy for you, Melissa, because I know when you advocated for this program many, many years ago, just didn't come to fruition, which is very sad as far as I'm concerned. It didn't happen sooner than this. But now that it's finally happening, it is so nice to see, people from the city council, some of your fellow senators. I've talked to some of them about the, about the banners, and everybody just so happy for it. That's finally happening. So,
and they're beautiful, and I know there's what are their Autumn Fest banners up now also, but once it's just the veterans banners up in the month of November, are really gonna make an impactful statement, seeing them all the way up downtown Main Street and downtown.
Yeah. So as soon as they come in, the mayor has told us, let me know. They're going to go
He's
up.
been fantastic.
Because we weren't expecting the 7 that are up right now. I mean, the initial purchase when we presented those on Memorial Day, we weren't expecting those to go up till right around Veterans Day. But when we sat down with Chris at his office, he said, no, they're going up now.
Right.
He said, do you have them? I said, yeah.
Because then people can envision what they actually look like. So we've been talking about them, and it's hard to envision how cool they are until you actually see them. Yep. And you're like, oh, this is what they're talking about. This is great.
And so if you're interested in getting a banner, I know that the dates have been put out there. I think it's right around October 17th. We're looking to do a cutoff.
So, yep.
All right. So, look, if you're interested in one of these banners, they're only $175. And out of that $175, and just go downtown and take a look and see what they look like on the poles. And if you're interested in getting one, you can call the American Legion Post, 401-766-7585. Ask for me. You can call Melissa here at the station, or get in touch with her on her website or staff or whatever. But let's put it this way. There's somebody you can call, will point you in the right direction. And out of that $175 for the banner, you own that banner. That's your banner. Okay, so there's other things that we've been talking about how long the banner is going to stay up. But anyhow, you're going to end up owning that banner at some point. And the price of the banner at $175, $75 of that $175 is going to go towards a military crisis program, because we get telephone calls a lot, like on a Friday evening. And no fault of the VA in Providence. I'm not blaming anybody at all, but it's just extremely difficult to get in touch with anybody over the weekend at the VA for a veterans crisis. So normally they'll call the local American Legion posts that they know does the most work, which is us at Post 85. I'll pat ourselves on the back. But and what we do is that, let's say we've got to take a veteran and their family or whatever and put them up in a hotel over the weekend until they can get some help from the VA on Monday. That's what we do.
Or Tuesday when it's a long weekend, like we got
Tuesday.
coming
That's
up.
right. That's right. So, and especially during the colder months now, right? I mean, you know, you're going to have some veterans out there during the colder winter months that are really going to need some help. So that's where $75 of that banner money is going. So it's a great thing for you to invest in, and it's going to make the downtown area, I guess, really pop. Okay, so. All right. And then we got the courtesy car, if I got time. We got the courtesy car, and for people that don't know what the courtesy vehicle is all about, that is a vehicle we run independently from the VA out of American Legion Post 85, and any veteran out there that needs a ride to your medical appointment at the VA, or now through the VA you can get private medical appointments, okay? But if you need a ride as a veteran to your VA or private medical appointment, you can give us a call at the American Legion Post, 401-766-7585. This is like a free Uber service, is the way I'll describe it. We will pick you up at your house. We will take you to your medical appointment. We wait for you at your medical appointment, and we will bring you home free of charge. The only thing I tell you is that as soon as you know when your appointment is, call the American Legion Post and give them your name and your phone number, because here's what happens. We do one trip a day. I have already got trips booked into 2026.
Wow.
Okay? And we're averaging 12 to 15 trips a month. So if you call and
it's
I
almost
call
every other day, right?
and I call you and I say, gee, I'd love to help you, but that date is already taken. It's not because I don't want to give you a ride. It's because I can't. Okay? So
how about this? What if they happen to be going to the same place?
You can't, because one of the
and the appointments are similar, like one at 10 or 10:30.
Let's say they are, but one of the great things about this program is that when you get picked up by the VAs, they'll sometimes they'll pick up in groups. Okay. So let's say you go in this in the VA, and the VA does a good job. I'm not knocking the VA, so nobody out there say, "Oh, he was on." Oh, we're knocking the VA. I'm not. They do a fantastic job with the resources that they have. We're just trying to enhance it a little bit.
Okay.
And if you get picked up with a group, and let's say one of the guys in the van, their appointment is at 9 o'clock, and the other guy's at 10:30. Well, that's pretty close, right? But let's say that 10:30 appointment is delayed until 11:30.
Yeah.
That guy that got done at 9, what's he doing?
Just hanging around.
Just hanging around.
Yeah.
And the thing that's nice about the service we provide is that when your appointment is done, we're there.
Yeah.
You get back in the car, we take you home.
Yep.
All right, very good, Rich. And this portion of the Coffee and program has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our community stronger by telling their stories.
ON Worldwide.
This is attorney Peter Hopkins. If you need some advice on a criminal matter or a traffic violation, or if you've been injured and you need to speak with a personal injury lawyer, please consider calling my office. I can be reached at 401 888-356-1043. You can find me at 191 Social Street, Suite 280 here in downtown Woonsocket. Once again, my name is Attorney Peter Hopkins, and I'm here to help.
The state of Rhode Island licenses all attorneys in the general practice of law. The state does not certify specialties in legal practice.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
ON Worldwide.
All right, Coffee In here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray and Rich Lane. So, yesterday, and this is not going to mean anything to you, Melissa, but Mike Greenwell from the Boston Red Sox passes away.
I saw that.
Now,
Young age.
Melissa is 62. He had a tough, he was given a tough position, a tough thing to do, because there was Ted Williams. You heard of Ted Williams. Ted Williams played left field. When Ted Williams retired, they gave it to Carl Yastrzemski. Also had a tough deal, and he did great. And then when he was done, they gave it to Jim Rice, and he did great. And then after Jim Rice had to retire, then they had to give it to someone else, and they gave it to Mike Greenwell. And so he was the next person in line to patrol out there in left field. And he played 12 years with the Boston Red Sox. All with Boston from 85 to 96. He made it, came in second place for MVP in 1988. I think that was the year he had his best year. Hit like 325 and had over 20 home runs. So he had a very good career with the Boston Red Sox. But yeah, he was
only 62.
Yeah, he was diagnosed, I would say, about 6 months ago, maybe just 6 to 8 months ago, with thyroid cancer.
Oh,
and zoom. So he passes away at 62. He was called the Gator because he was from Florida.
Yeah.
Greenwell, Gators, so alligator kind of thing. They even had a poster of him posing with an alligator when he was a player in his Boston Red Sox uniform. And when he was done with baseball, he went back to Florida and got into stock car racing down there for a little while, and he ran some other businesses. And he was currently on the Lee County Board of County Commissioners, whatever that does.
Okay.
So very involved in his community down there in Florida. So sad news yesterday.
Yeah, now why does the name escape me? The knuckleballer that passed from cancer too for the Red Sox. Jim Wakefield. It's something the last two. I mean, real prominent players for the Red Sox. Both with cancer and young ages too. Very sad. Very sad.
And more sad news. Paul Pierce from the former from the Celtics, was arrested in California, suspicion of drunk driving. It's like, boy.
Oh.
Police say Pierce was found asleep at the wheel of his Range Rover SUV that was stopped on the highway, hopefully in the breakdown lane.
Yeah, hopefully.
And not actually stuck on the 101 out there in Florida and California. The highway apparently had been closed because of a crash, and when it reopened, Pierce did not start driving.
Oh, dear.
So he decided to take a snooze. So he was in the driveway. He wasn't in the breakdown line. He was right in the highway, just stuck in traffic because
And he got sleepy.
He got sleepy and he fell asleep. He didn't start driving and was approached by police. Hey,
I know you're going to think
Found to
I'm
be
making
asleep.
this up. I know you're going to think but this actually did happen. I'm talking many years ago. Okay.
You sure you want to admit this, Rich?
And I'm not gonna say this town, but we were in Massachusetts, and we had left a bachelor party, and it was like 2 a.m, and I was sober. Okay. I told myself I got to drive these couple of guys home, so I might have had 1 or 2 beers in a 5-hour time period.
But it's 2 a.m. and you're
tired. It's 2 a.m, so I'm driving home and stuff like that, and there's a car in front of me at a red light. And I'm looking at the guys in the car. I said, gee, doesn't that look like Pete's car? And they go, yeah, same thing.
He's asleep.
He's at a red light,
he fell asleep.
Foot on the brake, right? I get out of the car. There's Pete, out like a light.
Wow.
Sitting at a red light. But it's same thing.
Wow,
same thing. It's like, okay, hey, Pete, wake up. We're driving your car home. See you
Right.
later.
Well, I don't know when that happened, but like
that's
these
funny.
days, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's
that's
ride
right,
sharing,
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like, you can just
There's my wife, too. When I'm at the American Legion Post, the bartenders
Call
take
a
extremely
friend,
good care of
right?
me, absolutely. And they'll look at me and they'll say, if you have another one, Rich, we are definitely taking your keys. And if I do, I hand them my keys and I say,
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then I pick up the phone, I go, honey.
Right.
And she goes, yep. I says, I'll call you when I'm ready.
yeah, better to be
Absolutely,
yelled at than
absolutely.
and alive
Absolutely.
the next day, right? Or
Yep.
in jail.
All right.
Nobody
if you think,
needs that.
I always like bringing up these stories. If you think things are bad in your town, they could always be worse. Haverhill, Massachusetts.
I've been to Haverhill many
So have
times.
I.
Many
So have I.
times.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
The Haverhill Police Chief, Robert Pistone, has resigned hours after the city police officers union issued a no-confidence vote against him. All right.
Ooh.
Pistone was placed on administrative leave on Tuesday by the mayor of Haverhill, Melinda Barrett, over ongoing issues in the department. The resignation comes after months of crisis since the controversial death of a man in police custody in July. And one of the officers on leave from that incident, her name is Caitlin Tully, she died suddenly last month,
Oh boy.
reportedly from a stress-related heart attack. Something's in the water.
Whoa.
there.
Something's going on.
Stephen Doherty has been named acting police chief in Haverhill. So, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. Well, what kind of stress was put on that officer, I wonder?
Or was it stress?
Or was it? It was, yeah, kind of interesting
Yeah,
there. You gotta
yeah.
wonder.
I
You
wonder if
gotta
there'll be an
wonder.
investigation on that. Speaking of investigations, Smithfield High School, the superintendent there, Dawn Bartz, in a letter sent out, we're investigating reports of hazing with the football team.
Oh no.
Now, they don't go into specifics. They won't, at least not right now anyway. Maybe they will if they release a report. But they sent a letter on Thursday that several leaders from the high school are engaging with team members to ensure the situation is addressed properly. It's always usually the upperclassmen, usually going against the lower classes. She also said the school maintains a zero-tolerance policy for hazing, bullying, and harassment of any form. So is something going on there? Someone must have reported something.
So you used to
or
hear about
else-
hazing all the time, and then you didn't really hear about it. But then there was that rugby team more recently, and now
Yeah.
this, and like, what is going on?
You know, many years ago when I was in high school,
It was a thing.
it was a thing, and like, is the world? Look, I understand
But
you
when
can
you
go
look back
overboard in
on it,
something, but I mean, we didn't.
Did you go
We
overboard?
didn't. I mean, I got hazed, and I did the hazing too.
Okay.
Back.
But
in
when
the
you
high
look back
school
on
days.
it now, you say, well, that was really too much. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, off air, I'll mention one of the things that happened, which wasn't too pleasant that happened to me, but
All right.
but I never returned the favor to that level. But you know, you just, I don't know, people didn't dime it out or rat it out back then or anything like that. I guess the world's just changed.
It has, and you
know,
just, unfortunately, you just
Yeah, all
can't
schools
do
have
it
zero
anymore.
tolerance
Yeah,
now.
the hazing made me the man I am today.
No. Well, that explains a lot then, Rich.
That's because you survived.
That's
right?
correct.
Then
That's all the Marine Corps.
once a teenager, a kid passes away from whatever.
Oh,
it is,
yeah,
and
once that
then
happens.
And the Marine Corps kind of
that's
helped
it,
too.
right?
but,
That's it.
yeah.
No hazing in the Marine Corps, right?
No, there was absolutely
you-
zero.
bunch of choir boys there, right?
I am a pretty hairy-chested and back-hairy guy.
Individual?
And
Okay.
the drill instructors.
He didn't grab you by the...
I recall being nared.
Oh, jeez.
Steve loved that one. Steve Peluso's back here. He's laughing. But I recall being nared, and then once that was done, the drill instructor didn't quite feel it was enough, so they decided to shave
Get
also.
a razor? Wow.
Yeah, so, and then decided that might not be enough after the shaving, decided to nair once
Wow.
again. And it burned.
It burns,
but,
yeah.
But I didn't
And that stuff
no,
smells
not even
really
flinch. I didn't
bad.
like today. I guess the
you didn't cry, did you?
there's stress. From what I'm understanding, that in the boot camps today in the Marine Corps, like they got, if you're stressed, you can talk to somebody.
Yes, that's true.
And that's why the current Secretary of War, so the
Hegseth?
Hegseth, he wants to toughen up the recruiting and the boot camps. He wants to toughen it up again. I agree. Toughen it up a little bit.
He says some of them are out of shape.
Well, God, yeah.
Yeah, we can't have that.
I mean, come on. I mean, believe me, I wasn't in the shape I'm in right now back then.
But in better shape, right?
But yeah, I was buff back then, man.
I thought
Melissa,
I don't know. I've never been buff, so I wouldn't know.
I thought you were going to say your drill instructor. Your drill instructor just grabbed you by your chest hairs. I'm volunteering you, Elaine.
Well, no, they line you up. They line you up online and like. You're in your skivvies, and especially you come out of the field, and they just walk by me with all the hair, and they go, he's got ticks. They just keep going.
Wow. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Come down and join us at Autumn Fest this weekend.
Yes, see you at Autumn Fest
look forward
this
to seeing you.
weekend.
Thanks for Dave for being here. Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, Rich Elaine, thanks for coming on in.
Hey, always a pleasure.
All right, stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember is coming up after the 9 o'clock news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio.